The entertainment world is mourning the loss of a music icon, with the Beach Boys' legendary co-founder Brian Wilson dying at the age of 82.
What a legend. For more, we're joined by entertainment editor Peter Ford. Hi, Pete. Brian leaves behind a truly incredible legacy.
No, he sure does. I mean, that music, it sounds, I'm sure a lot of people today have already been listening to Beach Boys stuff, and it sounds as fresh and as crisp as it did back in the 60s. I mean, Brian Wilson was in many ways, I think, a tortured genius. The work, we know of his work, we know of all the hit songs, but of course through his life he's had a lot of sadness. You know, his brothers Dennis and Carl both died many, many years ago. They were in the original lineup of the Beach Boys. But his own life was really mired by all sorts of mental health issues. He was constantly hearing voices in his head, and nothing that they could really do or get him was helping him. In fact, he got involved with a very strange doctor for about 20 years called Dr. Eugene Landy, who basically took over his whole life, including artistically and financially. And the family, at the end, had to take legal action to stop this doctor getting anywhere near him. I actually had a friend who was dating Brian at one point, and they would go on a date, and he would bring his psychotherapist with him, who would sit at another table, but would actually be on call if Brian needed some sort of advice on how he was meant to react to something. But, you know, when you hear the songs, you only need to hear the first 6 or 7 seconds, and you know instantly what you're listening to, like this. Listening to.
Yeah, you're right, Pete.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, it is good. Look, Brian did have mental health issues, but he also didn't help himself, I would have to say, by the use of drugs through the years. Now, some people, including himself at various points, did go on to say that, you know, that really gave him great artistic expression and license. But in the end, in this interview Grab I'll show you, he clearly felt it was a mistake for him. It may have brought some immediate benefits, but long term it's been dangerous for him. This is Brian Wilson talking about that.
Do you think the source of the problems that you had was the psychedelic drugs?
Yes.
Yeah?
The psychedelic drugs messed my life up.
But they made you more creative too, right?
Yeah, but I got good vibrations, the California Girls, you know. Sometimes helped me Rhonda. I wrote those all after I took the psychedelic drugs.
But it wasn't worth it?
No, it was not worth it.
So where are the Beach Boys now? Well, of course, some have left us. Mike Love is still out there touring as the Beach Boys, obviously with a brand new, younger lineup. Al Jardine is also out there performing as well. It's almost like a tribute show to the Beach Boys. So, yeah, today we remember that great music, those catchy tunes, fun times. And, you know, sometimes we say rest in peace. Well, in this case, I think it's truer than ever because Brian's life was so tumultuous and so many challenges, and now he does rest in peace.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe you know, I grew up as a surfer bum at Bondi, and the Beach Boys were absolutely everything to me.
It was the soundtrack.
It was absolutely the soundtrack, and I will be listening on the way home in the car.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pete.